Welcome to Conscious Creation with actress, author, and healer, Dee Wallace. If you want to take charge of your life, really take charge of your life, the next hour will be a fun, enlightening experience in creating the life you want. Whether it's money, health, success, or relationships, join Dee in celebrating the power of you and see your life expand into joyful creation. To join Dee live every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Time, call 206-402-0100 and enter PIN number 161329#. And don't forget, Dee can also be heard on BBS Radio, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and live at Oneness Talk Radio. You can also hear Dee on Transformation Talk Radio and on her YouTube channel, Dee Wallace Official. And now, here's Dee.
Hello, all my beautiful, fabulous, amazing people that I love. Oh my goodness, what a time it is in this life. So, yesterday, I spent the entire day with two really good friends and Lanny cleaning out, and I mean everything, out of my bedroom, my closet, and my master bath, because they are starting the demolition for the new ADU dwelling unit that we're adding on. Do you know what it's like? Finding everything in your life over the last 50 years that's fallen into every nook and cranny of your life. Oh, my Lord in heaven, people, it's challenging. It's challenging emotionally. It's challenging physically. I found my baby bracelet that I came home from the hospital in. I found my cheerleading megaphone from high school on my little, charm bracelet. I found all my grandmother's favorite rhinestone pins. They look all fancy and expensive, but they're rhinestones. But, I can picture her in them. And, of course, that's what makes them special, and that's what makes these moments harder, because you go, oh, my God, there's a special memory there. I remember Grandma wearing that on that dress, and what the hell am I going to do with it if I save it, right? So it's been an interesting journey of highs and lows and tears and laughter, and we have another day today of more cleaning out and moving stuff, and then tomorrow morning I leave at 8 o'clock to go do a movie. So whatever you're complaining about, as Bob Newhart says, stop it. Get on with it. Okay, so when I asked the channel, most of the time I just know, but I asked the channel this morning, what's the highest way I could serve you? And they said, talk about core belief number 5, which is, I have to give up me so I can take care of others, or other people have to give up themselves to take care of me. So there's a lot of victimness either way in that statement. And I'm having a lot of people ask me, well, gosh, Dee, are you okay with this? Are you okay with moving into the ADU? Are you resenting having to give up the rest of your home? And, I truthfully must say, I don't feel any of that. And there's a part of me if I'm honest, and I always am with you guys, that feels a little underappreciated. So I want to take the first part. I have to give up me so I can take care of others. That's, the channel wants you to know, a very selfish way to look at things. If we believe we have to give up ourselves to take care of everyone else, that enhances the belief system other people can't create themselves, which attracts people and situations to us where people actually can't create themselves. Because if you have a belief system, you have to match your belief system. So it becomes a selfish way to look at life. That if I don't give up me, you can't create who you are. It's kind of an egotistical little way to look at it, don't you think? And then the second part is other people have to give up themselves to take care of me. So then the belief goes the other way. So I can't take care of myself, so therefore I have to expect other people to give up themselves and take care of me. Either way, it's a selfish view on life. And either way, it enables one or both parties to not live up to their power and their responsibility. So let's balance all of that, invoking the symbol formula, violet flame, golden light. We are divine love, so it is. So I'm not giving up me so that I can create my daughter and her family moving in here and having an affordable, beautiful home. And I am not asking them to give up anything to take care of me. We are both winning here. They'll have a beautiful home with a smaller mortgage. I'll have a beautiful new living area in a home that I have lived for 50 years, which I love. With no mortgage. Everybody wins. And it's a much, much different experience depending on your perception and your belief system. Okay? This is important for all of us right now, because if you're not careful with everything going on, you're going to slide into that victimness place, and that will never create for you what you want. Okay. I just want to quickly say we will not be doing a webinar in May because I'm leaving tomorrow to do a film. I come back on Sunday. Thursday, I leave to do a convention. I come back on Monday, and then I leave to do another film for 3 weeks. So, so Dee Dee's kind of booked for the month of May. All right, but I've got a great idea in June, and I'm open to yours also. If there's something that you are really wanting to do a webinar on, write me, and I'll check it out with the channel. Check it out with the channel. If you want to talk with the channel today, please press *2 to raise your hand. *2 to raise your hand. And we are going to start with the calls, and I believe this is Susan in Niagara Falls. You're on.
Oh, hi. I knew I'd be first, so that always happens, seems like. Anyway, I really don't have any questions. I just called in to say hello, and how about you? Hello. I'm painting. Just had a little accident with my paintbrush, but anyway. So I'm just enjoying myself today and just doing some painting and just
great.
To say hi.
You got your basement all deflooded and everything is okay. And we're on very clear terms with our son, are we?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. He's doing very well. He's still here, but I'll tell you, he and I get along great, and he helps me a lot around the house.
Okay, good.
Huge help.
As long, Susan, you just don't want to give yourself up, and you don't want to set it up that he does either. So
no, neither one.
You're both in a win situation. Well, good. You've come a long way with that baby, so congratulations.
Well, thank you, my dear. And I'm so happy for you for getting, doing what you're doing now. And I started painting again, so I'm
really happy you're back in your painting. That's a good place for you to be.
I've got a beautiful painting that I'm just creating right now. It's just I love it. It's got my favorite colors in it, so
good.
I'm having a
we can
time.
hear the joy in your voice, sweetheart. Thanks for calling in. It's lovely to hear your joy. All right, we're going to Diana in New York. You're on.
Hi, Dee.
Hi, baby.
I'm hoping to get some insights from the channel on a recent removal of what they think might be a skin cancer. What's the energetic reason behind it?
Well, you just asked me 2 questions, so we're going to go to the energetic reason behind it first. Sheets, book, song, movie. We're going to a play, South Pacific, and we're going to, I got to wash that man right out of my hair. So, what is it in your life you want to get rid of? What are you angry about that you want to get rid of?
I'm just angry about continuing to manifest these lessons. I'm not sure. I'm doing all the work and continue to run into these events.
The first thing the channel said was, if you really get the lesson, you don't have to create the lesson anymore. So give me an example of what lesson you're talking about.
Just everything you teach, just thoughts, become things.
But something keeps happening in your life that you're referring to as the lesson.
Just health, different health things. I mean, I take care of myself and then...
So hold on. Why do you keep creating health challenges? That's what you really want to know. Okay, sheets, book. Give me a song, please. Any song that pops in.
Beast of Burden.
Okay. So, Diana, why do you define yourself as someone who carries a lot of burden? Because you do define yourself that way. I'm testing it. And if you define yourself that way, sweetheart, your body has to express that.
I understand. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I what?
No, I have a lot of thoughts, but
all right. This started
I don't even know what to say.
0 through 5. 0, 1, 2. 3 years old with your dad. So how did your dad teach you or model to you, oh my God, life's so hard and it's all on my back?
Oh, it was everything about my childhood. So
okay.
Yeah, and
so now you know you want to choose to work with your little child and go, we're going to thank Daddy right now for teaching us what we don't want. Doesn't have to be that way. I'm going to help you change this belief. Okay? We always live in flow. We always live in ease. We always live in health. Life is easy for us. That's what we are consciously intending to create. Now, go to your love place.
Yeah.
Create that every day. Start your morning from your love place with that creation.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Yep.
All right, now do the work, Diana. You got your answer. Now you have to live in it, okay?
I will.
Okay. All right, baby.
Thanks.
You bet. See, and that works right into what we were talking about at the first of the show, you know, that victim place. Just be conscious, guys, that a lot of people are going into that victim place because of what's happening with the political arena in our world and what's happening with people's rights in our world. Focus your positivity and love on what you want. Do the work you've learned to do, please. Brenda, whoops, sorry. This silly switchboard. Brenda, you're on.
Hi, Dee. So
Hi,
wonderful.
babe.
Hi, babe. So wonderful to talk to your fabulousness.
Thank you.
So I'm 62, and I've been carrying around a pattern of allowing other people to control and have power over me, whether I feel it's in actuality like a job or my mom, or just in my head I create it. And when I try and direct my energy to my own power, it's like I don't believe it. My body, my cells, whatever it is saying, nope, I don't believe it. And very recently, a recent example is I have a new, coworker, and she's only been there a short time, and she's not my boss. She's just my coworker who sits near me. And because of her personality, I feel she's got power over me, and I'm not liking going into work. So I'm trying to clear this up, and I'm having a challenging time.
Okay, but sweetheart, can you take me off because I keep hearing myself?
Me?
Yeah, I think you're on speakerphone or something.
Oh, okay, hold on. How about now?
Yeah, much better. Thank you.
Okay.
No, I still hear me. You don't know what to do. Okay.
I can try switching to another phone.
Well, no, we don't have time for that. All right. So right now, you believe that you are not powerful, that you don't have the power. And if you believe that, you must attract to you people and situations that will put that in your face. Do you understand?
I do.
Okay. So quit focusing on her and focus on you. Get up every morning from your love place and feel into and direct yourself. I am the powerful God of me that chooses to be powerful today through divine love. I am secure in my power and in my knowing. And I let everyone know that through love. Invoking the symbol formula, violet flame, golden light, we are divine love, so it is. I was telling somebody in a private the other day, kind of sort of this, subject came up. And I said, look, if I'm on set shooting, and a director gives me a direction that's absolutely opposite of what I think the character would do or who she is, I am not going to just blindly go ahead and do it. I, through respect and love, have to speak up and go, gosh, I'm sorry, that doesn't feel right. Everything in the character doesn't want to do that. And then that opens up a discussion about what would work for both of us. Life is pretty much like that. But what we live in is, God, I really need to say this to this woman, but I'm powerless and I'm not heard, and she's not going to hear me, and I really resent her for that, and you haven't even opened your mouth to share what you want to share with her.
Well, with her, it's not so much the interaction. Our jobs don't overlap that much. But we're in the same department, and she just, her nature is different, her personality is different, and she holds this, whatever her energy is, it's what I'm picking up on or sensing, is just this, I don't talk, don't this, I'm just professional, but occasionally I'll chat, and it's uncomfortable. And
why is that uncomfortable for you?
Because it's important to me in my job to feel comfortable with a coworker and have.
That's not her job. Her job is not to make you feel comfortable. See, that's where you're hitting the wall.
Yeah, I want to go in. It's a social environment, but she's not, and I don't have. And I want to enjoy my job. I'm 62. I've been through, we all have our stuff. And I want to be able to go in and enjoy people I talk, and there's not a whole lot of other interaction. So, she's like the main thing. But again, it's not just her. I do this in my head with other people.
Exactly.
And I understand the direct, the order that you gave me, and I've been doing similar things, but it's like my cells, my body isn't catching up with my words.
No, that's not true. Your body is actually way ahead of you. Hold on. They're taking me to a core belief. Hold on. This page. Here. Well, they're going to the core belief we started with. When I value myself, I have to abandon myself. Or other people have to abandon me. And if you listen to your words, I want to go in and be happy. I want to go in and take care of myself. I want to go in and socialize. But I have to find something wrong with her, so I can't do that. And that's a very good example of this belief playing itself out. Okay?
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so start looking at that. Start getting up every morning, consciously sending her love, consciously deciding, I'm going to love being with this person today. Things are going to flow between us. I'm creating a strong relationship with her, no matter what. And then don't make it about her if you move forward in doing that. Make it about you.
Okay, and then apply that to everybody else. I put that on in my world.
Absolutely, sweetheart, because it starts with you. Everything starts with us. So you have to shift it in you. It started 3 years old with your dad. So he either taught this to you or modeled it to you in some way.
And by directing it, as you said, when it's been such a lifelong pattern, you can
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
As soon as you get your little child working with you, you watch. When you shift within you guys, everything must shift around you. All right. I got to go.
Thank you so
I can't
much.
listen to this feedback any longer. Love you, though. I love you, Brenda. Okay, we're going to Johanna in Florida. You're on.
Hi, Dee.
Hi, honey.
I actually don't mind at all hearing you double. It usually drives me completely crazy. But I was thinking, why isn't this driving me crazy? It wasn't.
Oh, that's funny. Thanks for that. See? A whole different perspective. Changes the whole thing.
Yeah, it's a whole different realm of everything. Well, I just want to mention really quickly that webinar on the masculine and feminine was my absolute all-time favorite. I mean, I haven't been with you that long, but I just was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, pretty phenomenal, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really, well, for me personally, it really, really was. And it just opened up all of these different ways to look at things. Like, you know, is my imbalance in my masculine and my imbalance in my feminine, where does that come from, and how does that affect my inner child? I mean, it just really got me thinking. But what you said about feeling underappreciated is something that has been really in the forefront of my experience with my granddaughter's mother. And so my thought was before all these other people spoke, was what is my core belief regarding self-doubt? Because I feel it's connected, that underappreciation is connected with self-doubt. And you mentioned my self-doubt before, and I'm very familiar with it. So enough.
So what is exactly your question?
What is the core belief around self-doubt?
That's the highest and most correct question, yes. Sheets. But give me a song, please, any song that pops in.
Oh, that new song, Die in Your Arms. What is it with, I can't remember. I'll have to pick a different one.
No, they want that one. Just generally, what is it about?
That if life on this plane is over, I want to be with you.
Okay. Who would that be in your lifetime?
Oh my gosh, my son.
At the final moment, who's the one person we're with? Ourselves, honey.
Myself, really. Like, I think that's why I couldn't think of anybody, because it's really myself. I want to be there for me.
You bet. And that's what it's all about, Alfie. You see,
that's exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking, well, I'm not really all there for myself, so why should I expect her to be?
And
thank
we're
you.
taught, you see, back to the beginning of the show again, that's selfish. We're taught that it's selfish to put ourselves first. So we have to give ourselves up. And if we don't want to give ourselves up to get what we want, we make other people give themselves up. Or we allow them to. So that we don't have to be the powerful gods of us that create what we want.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So start getting up every morning, guys, and saying, okay, what do I need to do for me today? To silence. What comes up when I say that? What's one thing today you want to do for yourself, Johanna?
I want to exercise.
Okay. Now, what was the original question you asked?
What is my core belief around self-doubt?
Okay. You don't follow through on what you want for you.
Oh, I'm very familiar with that. That's absolutely...
Well, then you doubt yourself. Oh, my gosh, I've really got to exercise if I'm going to feel better.
Okay. So that's
right?
That's what I'm looking for, is that I doubt myself. I don't do it because, okay. That's
you doubt yourself because you don't come through for yourself, and then you don't have proof that you come through for yourself, so you doubt yourself.
That's it. That's
okay. Glad to
That's
serve.
It.
Love you, baby. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.
Yep. Well, that was a good one for everybody. Jean-Marie, you're on.
Hi, good morning. Thank you very much for taking my call. The webinar was excellent, and I just appreciate it. And I wanted to ask the channel, I went and was nominated to be a delegate to the Massachusetts Democratic Convention in September. Yeah. Anyways, and now I'm wondering if that is the highest good and imbalance for me to do that.
Well,
I wanted to
that's
hear
not the right question.
Oh, all right.
See, this is an extension of what Johanna was just talking about. You created it, didn't you?
I did.
Okay, so you must have wanted it.
I did. And then right after I was confirmed and selected as a delegate, somebody stopped me from speaking, and it sent me into a tailspin. And then I had second, guessing and thoughts and fear.
Okay. So I got what I wanted, and then somebody got in the way and put me in the fear that I wasn't safe to get what I wanted and it might be taken away.
Yeah. Well, I don't feel like it's going to be taken away, but I definitely feel like it was thwarted.
If you are thwarted in any way, Jean-Marie, it's taken away.
Okay.
Started at good old age 3 with your mom. Oh my gosh, I can't get too much of what I want. I can't be too smart. Which goes back to a lot of the educational stuff that you deal with. Be the brilliant you're meant to be, will you? It's scared. Listen to me. It scared a lot of people, and it still scares you. Don't let it. You're meant to be a brilliant mind in this world. Take your love out there. Just like the moment you did with the sign. You saw making that one little sign that you took on the march and putting on there, I am the United States of America who loves herself. How much that did. How much conversation it opened up. How much consciousness it opened up. You're supposed to be doing this. Go trust yourself.
Yeah. Hallelujah. Okay, yes, because actually yesterday when they selected me as a delegate, the state senator and the state representative were there, and they were part of that. They saw me and acknowledged me and chose me to be a delegate. I feel like I'm bringing that. We are the United States who loves herself. All injustice brought to justice and peace and balance now is what I'm bringing to that.
You are.
Okay, good. All right, thank you.
As long as you trust yourself.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's my goal. Thanks.
Yep.
I do trust myself.
Woohoo! We need you out there. Thank you. Okay, going to Judy in California. You're on.
Hey, Dee.
Judy. What's up?
I wanted to go back to the beginning, but the beginning where you were talking about going through everything. Did you happen to video it at all?
Video what, baby?
Going through all of your things, like your bracelet and your grandmother's.
No.
Well, because they're stories and they're important. Because
I understand that, and there are people that have said, "Oh my God, screenshot and save all your articles over the years and all that." There's nothing in me. It's been, and I've looked at all that stuff, Judy, and I sit there and I take in the memory and I acknowledge the person that I'm having the memory with and of, and the special moment. And then I complete it and I let go. I mean, sure, there are, the specialist of the special things I'm saving, of photographs of my mom and grandma and stuff like that. And so just mailed off some beautiful things to my nieces and nephews that they want, that my daughter doesn't want, but at some point, and this is my belief system, at some point, you just have to let go. You always have them in your heart. And that's been the beauty of this exercise for me, is letting go of 50 years of, well, this is what I did, this is what I did, this is what I did. And it's brought me more into the moment of, this is who I am now. This is who I am now. And there's a freedom in that for me. Everybody's different. I have absolutely saved the important things in the computer for my daughter and my grandkids coming up, but it's just time to let a lot of it go. Did I answer your question?
Well, I was just speaking for people in general too, because my nieces and nephews and other people have brought up, do you know what Grandma said about this? Or do you remember what Mom said about this?
Yeah.
And they were questions that we didn't ask. And it's like, wow, and, I'm looking around my house and getting ready to say what goes to this person and what goes to that person, just to document and then to tell a story with it, how, whatever. And, but there are stories that, we can go back through archives and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and I did that with a lot of my stuff. And I started showing it to Gabrielle. She says, Mom, I really appreciate you doing this, but I don't want any of it. This generation is very, very different, a lot of them, than my generation. They don't want to hold on to all the older stuff. The family genealogy, they're more interested in creating them. So I've done the best I could, Judy. I know what you're saying. And everybody's got to take it in their own individual relationships with whom they're in and what's kind of going on in their family right now. So thank you. I honor you for bringing that forward. It's not something that escaped me. It's just not something that's going to be real appreciated. Not in my family. But thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, we're moving on. Daniel. Hi, sweetheart. What's up? Daniel, are you there? Hello, Daniel in California. Okay, well, I got to move on. I'm sorry. We're going to Simsbury, Connecticut. Sosa? Come on, guys. Simsbury.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Who is this?
Michael.
Oh, hi, Michael. That's different than it usually looks for you. What can I do for you, honey?
Well, I was very impressed because you answered several questions during this broadcast.
Shocker.
How do I get more focused?
Well, my first question is, are you directing yourself to be focused? And it goes right to no.
That's useful.
Guys, how can I is always answered by I direct myself to. Okay? Always start with that. Go to your love place and go, I am focused. I am directing all of me to be focused, and it feels like love. Come on, universe. Create this with me now. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Well, easy peasy. Let's push the easy button there.
Hoo-ah! Yeah, I'm into
it. Good to hear from you, sweetheart. Okay, this is a cell phone in Medford, 541601. You're on.
Whoops.
Hello?
Hello?
Yep, you're on.
Oh.
You're on, Ilka. Oh, my God. I can hear you. Hello? Now I can't hear you. Unmute yourself.
Hello?
Yes. Hello.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Hi.
Hi.
I had a bunch of new tumors show up last month, and the tumor thing has been more than a decade that I've been dealing with, so I'm just wondering why.
Okay. So if you didn't have me and you knew this work, what's the first thing you would do if you found out you had tumors?
Yeah, well, I always go to diet and things, but also, well, I went into fear at first because
I'm asking you, knowing this work, what's the first thing you do?
Direct the energy. Ask myself what this is, and I feel like it's grief.
Okay, I get a yes on that. Okay. So what's the opposite of grief?
Joy.
And acceptance. Yeah. Okay. I am directing my body to be in joy and acceptance of who I am.
Okay.
Thank you, tumors, for bringing this to my attention. I am directing you now to let go. You can move out of my body safely. I am directing a body that I appreciate and love, that lives in flow. Okay? Guys, whenever you're angry, whenever you're in fear, whenever you're in despair, your body is your first universe that will take that on. Do you understand? Your body is your first universe that you are projecting that onto. You're literally directing your body unconsciously to follow what you do not want to create.
Because also
you know
my sister got diagnosed. I guess stuff came up as my sister got diagnosed 6 months ago, and then my dad died last year of cancer. So all of this.
Well, sure, and that takes your focus on death and dying and sickness, and you're the God of you that can go, no, I'm not going there.
Yeah.
In honor of my sister and my dad, I am creating me healthy and loving and free.
Okay, thank you. Because I know in that class we just had, I did get on and you said, well, I had a bad experience with the doctor, and it was like addressing my power, coming into my power. Yeah.
But guys, you don't, the first question I want you to ask is, how can I direct this into a positive? That's the first question you ask about everything. What do I want? How can I direct it into a positive? Okay?
Yeah.
When you ask, you will get a response. You will. Okay?
Yeah, I doubted for a second when I'm like, do I know what this is? Yes.
Okay. All right. So accept and trust yourself, please.
Okay.
All right. Boy, I tried to get through all the calls, but almost made it. All right. Let's say it together loud and proud. I love me. I love me. Woo! I love me. Because I know that's what it's all about. I love you guys. Create an amazing day.
Thank you for joining Dee on Conscious Creation. Visit her website at imdwallace.com for awesome downloads, archived shows, enlightening webinars, and amazing free offerings. And remember, you can hear Dee every week on BBS Radio, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and live at Oneness Talk Radio. You can also hear Dee on Transformation Talk Radio and on her YouTube channel, Dee Wallace Official. Be sure to join us next week for Conscious Creation with Dee Wallace. And remember, loving yourself is the key to creation.